Hi, Larry White here from Patsy Automotive Group, the All-American Corner in the magnificent community of Flint, Michigan, and the birthplace of General Motors. Patsy Automotive Group is very proud to be what we believe to be the first taking the new connection center concept one step further than General Motors anticipated. With our partnership with General Motors, I'm going to share with you today where we started, where we ended up, and how we think we're making a difference on a new approach to the car buying experience. You'll notice behind me that we have a row of cars that say Connection Center on them. These cars happen to represent one of every model that we sell here at the All-American Corner. Every Chevrolet, every Buick, and every GMC. Inside of each one of these vehicles is a GoPro. With those GoPros, we're going to have a little bit different approach to a buying experience.
So the first thing we do every morning here is put our GoPros in each of our vehicles to get ready for our customers' test drives. The GoPros record our customers' test drives, and we have our customers sign a demo drive agreement and if they would like a talent release, so that way we can share these videos on our YouTube.
So I think maybe this is a good time for me to back up just a little bit, let you know where the concept evolved from and where we ended up today. I was at an LMA meeting talking about the digital world and how we all need to focus on it. That's nothing new to any of us. But what scared the bejeebers out of me in that meeting is when we talked about Kodak, a business that had been around for 100 years, that had a growth chart that anybody would love to have, and in a 6-month span, because they lost touch of their consumer, they went bankrupt. So we took it just a little bit further than everybody else. I've got an 11-year-old and a 13-year-old son at home, and they communicate through the digital world. They love taking videos of themselves and posting it on YouTube. When they talk to each other, even if they're sitting next to each other in the back seat, they text message. It's a different world that I'm not used to, but I'm getting acclimated to. But what was important to me and to the team here at the All-American Corner was that we were the first to come out with a new concept, a new buying experience, a hassle-haggle-free, where they could share their experiences with one another, not feel pressure to buying a car because they don't like that, but when they were ready to buy a car, they thought of us because we made that experience enjoyable. So come on inside, I'll show you the rest. So now that we have seen what we've done outside, welcome to the inside of the Connection Center, Building 4, as we commonly call it here at the All-American Corner, Patsy Chevrolet Buick GMC. When you look around, you'll see that this is not your normal new car showroom or used car showroom. In fact, it's completely different. The inside of this was catered to our study groups that said, this is what we'd like to see when we walk in. They didn't want drop ceilings, so we didn't do drop ceilings. We painted it black and kind of like we'd see in maybe a lounge or something like a sports bar or a fun place to go. The cement, instead of it being tile or carpet, was just simply polished. So a very fun, free atmosphere. You'll notice things on the wall as we go around that resonate that fun experience, hassle-free that we talked about outside. Also, as you look around, you'll notice that we don't have what we call salesman's desk or cubicles. We refer to these as our lounges. There's a Chevrolet car lounge, there's a Chevrolet truck lounge, there's a lounge that's called U, and I'll get to that in a little bit. We have the Buick Cars Lounge, the Buick GMC Crossover Lounge, probably the most important one, which is the Technology Lounge. So if you'd like, come with me and I'll show you what's inside of each one of these lounges. So now we're inside of the Chevrolet Car Lounge. And obviously you'll notice right to my left here that on the wall we have a poster of every Chevrolet car that we sell here at the All-American Corner. You'll also notice that in the left-hand corner of that is a QR code. So it wouldn't be a connection center, a technology center made for today if you couldn't simply take your smart device, I happen to have an Apple phone, and scan that QR code as such. And of course, there we go. And now, if I'm a consumer, instead of having a hard copy brochure, I have it right here to my smartphone. So I can look at color selection, I can look at video clips, I can look at the options that are available on it without really asking too many questions of one of our Connection Center specialists. However, they're here for your help. And if you look over to my right, you'll see a TV, which we use in each one of the lounges. It's an Apple YouTube TV, so all the postings from all of the GoPros that you saw earlier out front, we're collecting and putting them into the respective lounge. So you can see that we've got different categories. You know, some of them are from Chevrolet or Buick in some cases. In this case, here's a great one of one of our guests.
Okay, we're in the 2014 Chevy Volt. I have a 2011, was the first vehicle sold in Michigan as a retail sale. That car I have 75,000 miles on, and I'm averaging 71.7 miles per gallon. So a great little car. Like to see in the 2014 what's different. It looks very similar. I notice already when I get into it, it has
Mr. Newford happens to be a Volt owner already that bought his vehicle from us, and he happens to be a gentleman that loves technology.
So let's go ahead and head down the road here. And these have different modes, just like mine. This has an addition.
And of course, when Mr. Newford comes back, we will explain to him what that whole mode does, because that's what the Technology Center, Connection Center is all about. So I'm really excited to introduce you to Danielle. Danielle was our project manager on the Connection Center Building 4, and really is responsible for, now that it's up and running, the daily operations. So one of the things, well, actually I'm going to let Danielle tell you kind of like the course of a day of what she does over at the Connection Center.
The first thing we do every morning is get all the GoPros set up. We have one of each model outside that they go into. Then we get our Apple TVs set up for the day with our YouTube playlists. And then we download the videos from the last day and put them on YouTube. And right now we're working on our class schedule for the next month.
Which is a great thing to bring up at this point. You know, when General Motors first came up with the name Connection Center, I'm surmising that they were trying to connect the customer to the car. But really, it's much more than that. With what we're doing at our Connection Center, Building 4, is we're connecting generations, not only to their cars, but also to each other. So, looks like you're working on the schedule, Danielle?
Yes.
Okay, so, and this is it for October. So, basically, this will be posted on our website, and you'll see that every day we have a different class, or every week we have a different class at 1 o'clock. So week 1 is Bluetooth. So if a customer can come in at 1 o'clock, and I think we're going to do another one too at 5 o'clock as well. So depending on your schedule, you can make that. And then week 2, you'll see that we're doing, it looks like our MyLink Intelligence. So again, connecting our consumers to their cars, but also to the next generation as well. So it's great. And I know that I think once every month, on a second Saturday of the month, aren't we bringing some of the Kettering students and the U of M students up as well?
Yes, that's correct.
And our concept behind that was to invite people to come in, connecting generations. Obviously the generation, the millennials, know how to use this stuff. They're very tech savvy, and they actually like sharing that information. They love to show people how to do that, or at least Danielle's been wonderful with me. I mean, she's brought me light years to where I was a few years ago. And then the idea is to have them come in, and so if you're driving an Equinox, if you're driving an Encore, you can sit in that car, and we'll have one of these young students come in and share their technology experience and knowledge with that car owner. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, so anyways, Danielle did a great job. She was, again, as I had mentioned, our project manager for this. She was the one that conducted the study groups for the outside, for the inside, what it is that they wanted. You'll notice, and I mentioned it before, that it's a very relaxed approach. We don't wear suit and ties over at Connection Center. We wear lanyards, kind of like something you might see in a techie store, Best Buy type situation, or an Apple store.
Here in our Technology Lounge, you'll find information on the different technology available in the new GM vehicles, such as Chevy MyLink, Buick and GMC IntelliLink, OnStar and XM Radio. Also the different apps available for your radios, such as Pandora, Bringo, and Stitcher Radio. And here on the Apple TV, you'll find different videos instructing you on these different technologies.
So as you can see, we're very GM proud here at Patsy Automotive Group, the All-American Corner, and our brand new Connection Center, as we commonly call Building 4. Danielle, I think you did a great job. It kind of all came together nicely. And where we're sitting right now is in our customer lounge in Building 4 of the Connection Center, a place where our guests can come in, grab some fresh fruit, a bag of Sun Chips, a bottle of water, a cup of coffee, and kind of relax and enjoy their experience a little bit more. Maybe share that experience in a very, again, haggle-free environment that's comfortable for them. Behind us is our project boards. I'm going to let Danielle tell you a little bit about them. I mentioned them earlier in this video, where we started and where we ended up. So Danielle, you want to kind of let everybody know?
Yeah. Over here is our timeline. Our first step was to hold focus groups with local students from Kettering and Baker. So once we got their feedback, we moved forward with these drawings of the exterior and interior. And this was all their input that we got this idea from. As you can see, it's a little different from what it turned out to be. As we moved forward, we had different ideas and we spoke with them and got more ideas and just changed things as we went.
Which was great. And you know, it's certainly the outside looks dramatically different from the original concept. But I noticed the inside's not too far off. And probably the biggest thing there to notice is that on the inside, the TVs are not on the outside of the lounges, they're actually on the inside of the lounges. Did you want to maybe elaborate on that a little bit?
Yes, we decided to move the TVs into the lounges for a little more privacy for customers as they're watching the videos. That way there's not interference from the other TVs at the same time.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So, and again, this is one of those moving projects where we're going to continue to evolve and take the feedback of our guests. And you know, if there's something they like, we're going to share it with you. If there's something that we need to change, we'll share that with you as well. So again, everybody, good luck on your connection centers. Oh, one last thing, I did notice yesterday when I came through that although we originally set this out for 18 to 30-year-olds, the millennials, I did notice yesterday there was a couple couples in here that wasn't quite in that category.
Yeah, we've had a lot of customers come in that don't necessarily fit that demographic. So I think we'll have all age groups in this building.
I think there's more people out there that enjoy a hassle-haggle-free experience where they don't feel like they have to buy a car that day if they're car enthusiasts or technology enthusiasts and they wanted to see the cars. You think more people of all age groups will enjoy that?
Definitely.
Yeah. And I think that bringing everybody together at the Connection Center with the technology and holding the classes, the once a month on the Saturdays, bringing generations together, really is going to be the future of the industry.